Think about this for a second. The iPhone 17's biggest upgrade isn't the flashy Pro features or that 48 megapixel ultrawide lens. It's the selfie camera. Yep, the camera most people overlook is the one that might actually define this generation of iPhones. Here's why that matters. For years, Apple has poured resources into its rear cameras: telephoto, ultrawide, ProRAW, ProRes, the works. Meanwhile, the front camera was stuck in time. The last real upgrade came with the iPhone 11 back in 2019. 6 years of basically the same 12-megapixel shooter, while every other part of the iPhone got faster, sharper, and smarter. That gap finally closes with the iPhone 17. Now we're looking at an 18-megapixel front camera, but the story isn't just about megapixels. Apple has redesigned the entire sensor, making it square and multi-aspect. What that means in practice is the phone doesn't just stretch or crop depending on orientation. It actually uses the best section of the sensor, whether you're shooting vertical for TikTok or horizontal for YouTube. That flexibility gives you sharper selfies, more natural framing, and noticeably better clarity. And it doesn't stop there. Apple brought center stage to the front camera, so if you're snapping a group selfie, the software can automatically adjust and crop to fit everyone into the shot. Combine that with the wider field of view, and suddenly your front camera feels less like a cramped lens and more like a proper tool for daily photography. Here's the thing. The ultra-wide upgrade on the back is technically impressive. Going from 12 to 48 megapixels sounds huge on paper. But how often do you actually switch to ultra-wide? Probably not daily. And when you do, the results are often a bit distorted, especially in low light. It's fun, but it's niche. The selfie camera, on the other hand, is something you use constantly, whether you're FaceTiming, jumping on a work call, or posting to Instagram. That makes its upgrade way more meaningful than another Pro-only trick. There's also some clever hidden tech here. Even though Apple lists the new front camera as 18 megapixels, reports suggest the sensor might actually be closer to 24 megapixels. The phone just crops intelligently depending on the aspect ratio, which is why you always get an 18 megapixel image. The upside? Cleaner detail, less noise, and better results even in tricky lighting. And while Apple doesn't yet allow true square 1:1 shots, third-party apps likely will, unlocking even more out of the hardware. For video, Apple added action mode stabilization to the front camera. If you've ever tried vlogging while walking, you know how shaky things get. With this feature, your footage stays smooth, and that's a game changer for creators who rely on the front camera for TikToks, stories, or travel vlogs. Apple even added dual capture, letting you record with the front and rear cameras at the same time. Perfect for reactions or quick content creation without extra editing. Now, some people will argue that flip phones like Samsung's Galaxy Z Flip or Motorola Razr still have an edge because they let you use the main camera for selfies with the cover screen as a preview. That's true, but with the iPhone 17's bigger sensor, wider view, and built-in stabilization, Apple has closed most of that gap. For a lot of users, the convenience of having it all in one front-facing camera outweighs the flip phone advantage. And here's what makes this upgrade so impactful. It isn't just for pro buyers. The new selfie camera is on every iPhone 17 model, even the iPhone Air. That means it's not limited to a niche of enthusiasts shooting ProRes or ProRAW. It's for everyone. Because let's be honest, not everyone cares about telephoto lenses or cinematic video formats, but everyone takes selfies, joins video calls, or records themselves. So when we look back at the iPhone 17 years from now, chances are we won't remember it for a pro feature hidden behind a $1,000 price tag. We'll remember it as the generation where Apple finally gave the selfie camera the love it deserved. And that change affects the way millions of people use their iPhones every single day. That's the real story here. The iPhone 17 isn't just about catching up on megapixels. It's about upgrading the camera we rely on the most, the one staring back at us. And that's why the selfie camera, not the ultra-wide or telephoto, is the most important upgrade Apple made this year. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.